And today's motivational speech is going to be a little bit different. Okay? It's not going to be too crazy.
Stop the cap.
It's loaded, man. There's ketchup everywhere. Anyway.
Wait, what? That will do it. Oh, Jesus, it's happening. Please, don't, you don't have to do this.
You monster.
Good. I got the whole alphabet I have to read. What do you mean, monster? Look at this. Let's start with one person, and we can turn back on the lights. Let's bring back down the lights. Thank you very much. We can get one individual up that has a question about building a community in Rec Room. We're going to come around with our lovely, lovely, dovely remote. I see someone in the green hat right there. He's got his hand up right over here, Mr. Nice Guy. He's got this green top hat right there. Yes, him right there. First time he ever shot his hand up super fast. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Let's see. Anyone else? Anyone else want to ask a question up here with him? I guess we can get one more person up here. Okay, let's go ahead and pick one of those people. Perfect. Let us please welcome to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, Green, and let us please welcome to the stage, official yes, with a round of applause. I can't read that. I don't know how to read that. I'm so sorry. To your name, I am so sorry. How do you pronounce it?
It's Napsy. It's official Napsy.
Oh, Napsy. See, I can't read.
I never learned how to read!
Let's start with the questions that you have. What are your questions on building your community, getting started in Rec Room, creating your own creative community, and how to grow it? Throw me and Giblets a question. Okay.
Okay. Am I starting the question? Okay.
Go ahead.
So I currently have a YouTube channel. I don't really often put onto it. I have 20 subs right now. What would you say, like, some advice that you would give to me to be bigger or whatever?
You want to take this one, Giblets?
Sure. On the basic, I would just remind yourself to actually have everybody's opinions different, but make sure that you do things you enjoy. So you're not fake to yourself and you enjoy the process of continuously putting videos, because a lot of people get into doing it so bad it becomes a chore for them. They start hating it. And then the content suffers, because you can have fun in the moments, but you can tell who's just, their heart's not there. And at least for me in particular, I'm in the same boat, but it's just more like handicap services kind of stop me, half deaf, half blind. And I'm trying to do that, and I'm like, come on, computer, it took 45 minutes to load, but it did it. And I would say...
I also had an old computer that would not run anything, but I recently got a new computer, and it runs a lot better.
Oh yeah, no, that's amazing, but just keep consistency. That's the main thing for a lot of people. If you keep putting out videos, trust me, the grandma who has nothing better to do is going to watch all your videos. And hopefully she does everything. So yeah.
That is excellent. That is an excellent. I have nothing to add on to that. Let's move on to the second question from Napsy. What question do you have on starting a community?
Alright, so me and my friend and a couple other people, my business buddy, who very similar to the CEO. Yeah, so we're starting like a talk show / it's a community, right? So we're doing a talk show, mainly talk shows, and we build maps, right? And then we have this whole area where you walk into. You go into the talk show. My advice, or not my advice, my question is, what advice would you give to like anybody that's starting like talk shows? Because we're all in a jumble and a mess over it. Something like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, me and Giblets both can answer this question. So I'll start off half, and then you can take half. We can both answer this.
Sure.
So the way I kind of go around my events is I take it from a different standpoint than most other people do. So here's like the first step I'd recommend. First, what is your club? Okay, what is your community? What is the purpose of your show, your live talk show? Okay, Is it about food? Is it about life? Is it about cars? Is it about drugs? I don't know. Whatever you want it to be about, right? Realistically though, you need to have something that people can grasp. And this is where it becomes a little.
Yes,
It
drugs.
comes like marketing tricks and. Don't do drugs. Stay in school, kids. Okay. You need to have some type of like theme. Okay. And if you don't want to limit yourself, the reason why this is not only called the Chaz Human Lifestyle Community is I'm Chaz, it's my real name, but I call it the Lifestyle Community because it doesn't put what I can do in a box. Meaning, if one day I surprise everybody with like an open mic night, it fits in with the whole lifestyle community because it's just lifestyle. It's just anything you want it to be. Oh my God, you need what is that? A Ricola. You need one of those Ricolas or a cup of tea. My God, that was a crunchy cough. Moving on. Start out with a theme. Okay. Next. Okay. You need a space that you love. That if you guys are building it, something that works for you. I've gone through 17 iterations of this room alone. It takes some time, and you do have to upgrade as you go. You can't just make a room like, okay, this is it. Make it the room until it's good enough to your standard, only you guys' standard, whatever that standard is, right? Fill it with things that will make your life easy. When it comes to like moderation, that's the biggest part of any live event. Right? How do you keep the people, the annoying people, the crazy people under control? Well, I don't like to just do it myself, and it's really impossible to run a whole event by yourself. I get volunteers. Each one of my, staff members here are volunteers, meaning they don't get paid. They do it because they want to, but they're free to take a little vacation. They're free to take time off whenever. They're free to come and go as they please, but they're volunteer, meaning they're from the community, by the community. Each one of them were members of the community as well, too. So that also makes it to where you're going to find people that actually want to actually help you and that care about your community. You can't do that from, the get-go until you build, a small kind of community of people. Till then, make little gadgets and things that help you moderate the room until you get those staff members. Okay. And then last but not least, be true to yourself. Don't sell out. Do something. Oh, wow. The person who started that vote to kick. I know who you are. Are you getting kicked next? Watch and listen. Keep your menu open. I know who it is. Anyway, well, she just had a stroke. But, I mean, the show must go on, I guess.
Yeah.
Show must go on, right?
Just know you're fat and you can't touch your toes. All right. Let's go ahead and keep going. No.
Yeah.
The show will go on. Yeah.
Pretty much plain and simple. Just, do something that's true to yourself. Do something that you enjoy, and if other people enjoy it, wonderful, amazing. I would say do it for fun. Don't expect anything out of it. I get some people want, to be a rec room influencer and stuff like that. That's great. We love that. However, being authentic and doing something that you genuinely enjoy is going to be more supported in the long run than you doing something that someone else is doing. That's the way I see it. Giblets, anything to add to that?
As far as a community, guys, everybody technically can make the community, but make sure you have, like Ross was saying, a plan to continue on. And don't ever forget, you can keep changing that plan as you make your communities. We don't have a lot of them. I mean, don't make things complex if they're simple. And otherwise, don't assume too much on behalf of the would-be audience or other members, because I've learned that the hard way over the years as far as giving them an inch and they'll take a mile, and that mile will be trash. Sure. So be very careful with how consistently you give them options, because not everybody who's nice to you is your friend, and not everybody who's mean to you is your enemy. So truly, Just keep an open mind for what you're doing and what you want to do. And more than that, like Ross said earlier, find something you enjoy. So it's not a matter of you hate the fact that you have to do something for the show. Like my show is just baloney. I take three things together for Rec Room Court and I mash them together. It can be soccer, a panda, and a hula hoop. And I will make something out of that because that sounds funny to me. Just be realistic with what you do. And other than that, I'm sure you will achieve exactly what you want. As far as being a rec tuber, that's great. Look up to people. Don't just copy them. In other words, learn from what they do so you can then be right there next to them. If not, you can fly above and beyond what they've gotten to. So more than anything, guys, seriously, give yourself a pat on the back for trying, because trust me, there is stress beyond belief. Like right now, I have a good amount of people that I trust. And then
Cue the
for some
inspirational
reason,
music. Continue, Giblets.
sometimes someone goes crazy and you can't control that. But what you can control is how you react to it. So I'll just say, take it easy whenever you can, but don't lose sight of your goals. That's pretty much it.
And that's for sure. Like, don't sell out, right? It's so easy. It's so easy to do what everyone else is doing and have no original content. We see that all the time in Rec Room. Who sees stuff that they've seen before in Rec Room? Who sees unoriginality in Rec Room all the damn time, right?
Yeah.
And listen, I get everybody has different interests, everybody, but it doesn't make you special. Let me tell you something. You copying someone else's idea, you're not going to get the same result as them, first of all. In Rec Room, you might, because that's how Rec Room unfortunately works. You choose one unoriginal thing, copy it, then get the fame off of it, and then cash out some tokens. But the way I see it is, if you're doing some type of, I don't know, community for some type of fame or clout, all I have to do is say this to you, okay? You're not going to get very far.
Yeah.
People can see through that bullshit that a lot of these other creators got going on, you know, that like try to pretend as if they don't like the cloud, or nobody has time for that. Nobody has energy for that. People in this game want to support creators that are honest. People in this game want to support creators that have quality, not just garbage. That's not how things work. And let me tell you, you see somebody with with all these Rec Room tokens, or it doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't equate to anything, because you can have all of these items and these clothing items, and nobody will respect you. Still, you can't buy respect. That's not how that works. You can buy the clothing item, but you can't buy the respect. You can't buy for someone to like you. That's not how that works. You can have all of the Rec Room tokens.
Don't quit
and still be
don't
disrespected.
Get it the first time. Yeah. Keep at
Tell
it.
us about that,
Be
Giblets.
vicious with that reality check. Do not quit, because I will tell you right now, you're going to hit that brick wall, but remember, that's in your mind. Take a deep breath, redo and reassess what you've done. Look at the details of what you can do and be creative for what you have. Trust me, there's a million ways to skin a cat, but at the end of the day, make sure it's a cat. And by that, I don't mean an actual cat. Please don't hurt cats. But what I mean is, be creative to your own ideas, guys. You never stop. If you achieve the dream, that shouldn't mean you should stop dreaming. You just keep going. Make it as much as you can. Trust me, you will do it. If you do 95% of something every day for a year, and I don't mean playing Rec Room for like 8 hours straight, but if you did something like that,
the amount you're going to get a lot of no's before you get a single yes, but that one single yes is what will set you up for success. When I first started this community, there was so many of these creators that thought they were special, looking down on me, saying, oh, it's never going to happen, blah, 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 all of that good stuff. And of course, if I would have actually listened to them, as far as that, you don't have to have numbers or subscribers to be popular in this game. My community knows that, especially my staff. I can tell you this, there's no brag point. The Chaz Eagles Human Lifestyle community is in the thoughts and in the minds of the Rec Room devs. We have reached into this game like none other. If you're gonna start a community, you need you need to make sure that you're respecting the people in your community. You really do. Stop trying to take advantage of people and get quick money. Listen, if you want money, get a real job, okay? I'm sorry to tell you, Rec Room's a great place. We love that. Rec Room is like a side hustle. Go ahead, Giblets.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to say this, guys. Remember, all the people you look up to in any which way you can imagine, we're only human to that degree. We all make mistakes, and sometimes overreaction happens, the wrong words are said, and different things like that. Like, it happens like me. Sometimes I'm having a bad day, and I just don't feel that great. Like that kid asking me for, paper towel at the park in the restroom, and I beat him, but I felt bad afterwards because his tomato exploded. There was ketchup everywhere. Anyway,
wait, what?
My point is,
my
point is,
that made me want some chips.
You look
Cheesy
like
deluxe.
my grandma's right toe after she stubbed it.
Oh,
it was yellow.
It's got jaundice. She's got jaundice on that.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna try to be a creator, it really boils down to be careful who you get to represent you, who you get to become a part of your community, because your community represents you.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be known as a toxic individual, don't have a toxic community. If you want to be known as a good human, a good person, have a good community. Let them know that, hey, let's be good people. Let's try to do something good.
Practice what you preach, guys. So everybody, anonymously, send Ross a cheer.
Don't do that.